recently went to Florida, where Republicans developed an obsession with Riley's feet. So give the people what they want.
AOC was seen regarding maskless. Here in Florida, she can be critical of your policy.
Well, I mean, look, I think if I had $1 for every lockdown politician who decided to escape to Florida over the last 2 years, I'd be a pretty doggone wealthy man, let me tell you. I think a lot of Floridians say, wait a minute, you're bashing us because we're not doing your draconian policies, and yet we're the first place you want to flee to basically to be able to enjoy life.
Democrats are criticizing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for being, quote, missing during the state's COVID spike. New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who's on vacation in the Sunshine State, claiming his social media team is posting old pictures.
DeSantis' office clearing the air on the matter, telling Fox News the governor has been accompanying his wife, Casey, to her cancer treatment.
How big of a failure have vaccine passports been? Okay, if vaccine passports succeeded, you would not see a lot of the stuff that you're seeing in a lot of states that implemented them. And so all it served to do was discriminate against people based on an individual choice, create a two-tiered society. And yes, they are moving, like I said a couple months ago, they are moving to update that to say, in some parts, they're going to say you need a third shot to be able to do. So those policies have not worked, and I think ultimately, look, people vote with their feet. I always say I'm so happy with our Floridians. I'm not asking for people to come move, because we've got great people, we've got a lot of great stuff going on. I think we're going to do a lot more great stuff. But the fact of the matter is, you know, if you look from July of 2020 to July of 2021, we led the country in where people were wanting to come to. And I think that that's a result of protecting people's freedoms and making sure that we had a state worth living in. Just think of Biden. He says, don't make the vaccines divisive. Yeah. Don't make the vaccines divisive. You are trying to take people's jobs away over this issue. You are trying to plunge people into destitution. You are taking away their livelihoods. Nobody else is doing that. You are the one that's being divisive about this. To say to a police officer who's been working this whole time, or a nurse or a firefighter, that now they lose their job, way before there was any vaccines and we even knew what the heck was going on with you know, you go back to March, April 2020, there's so much unknowns. Those guys had to answer the call. Patient comes in, the nurses are there caring for him. Someone calls 911, the police and the fire, they're there. And they had to put themselves on there. And now you're going to toss them aside? So he is the one that's being divisive on this. We believe people should be able to make their own decisions.